Welcome to the Empty Netters podcast.
Can you believe what this has become?
There was a full 48 hours where I felt like I was like literally Superman.
Jumbo loves playing Fortnite, so he gets on the sticks.
Did TR show you the sauna cycle, or was that all
No,
you?
no, I invented that.
Almost a year now that I haven't taken a body check. That's kind of nice.
So we are back. We are horned up, and we are going deep.
Finished tonight with some chicken fingers and a few Guinnesses. We're ending to you guys,
Yeah.
and that's where this pod came to life.
Ice is ready, and we are back with another episode of the Empty Netters podcast brought to you by BetMGM, and we are in the YouTube studio here in Milan.
It's incredible.
It's unbelievable. I'm your host, Dan Powers. Chris Powers right here. That doesn't matter at all.
As always.
Over here, back on the show, Jason Demers. Abroad. We are now officially international.
We did it.
I know, right?
It's
hot. I'm
this is
sweating.
a setup.
This thing. How unbelievable is this? We're in a
Ciao.
I'm now rethinking our entire studio.
We said it before to the team here. I'm genuinely considering redesigning our entire studio because of how awesome this is.
we
feel
need
like
to
I'm in a ski
transport this room.
Yeah, and with après-ski.
Yeah, and those are real logs behind you. I think
know.
people might think that though. Yeah,
This is real wood?
it sure is.
Wow.
Can you believe
Hard.
that?
Yeah, look at us.
Yeah, look at us.
Hey.
CP, obviously we're here in Milan. We're talking about the Olympics. We got the games buzzing. We've got players setting records already. You've got an agenda for us to walk us through.
We're kind of going to go through everything. Yeah.
I love
Nice.
Yep. And so we got Group A. We're going to go to the group results.
I love it. Okay, let's
Group
go.
A, Canada beat the wheels off everybody.
Yeah, that's a fair assessment. Let me tabulate that math.
Don't
they
forget
did.
to
Quickly calculate.
Pretty good.
Boom, boom.
We did a couple hits in games with you, and every time we finished going,
Canada's
no, it's after the game. Canada good at hockey.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know what I expected, but this team is so good. And one thing that's been really funny, and I feel like I don't want to sue her sweet Alice to her countrymen,
You can.
but we watched the Sweden-Finland game, and then we watched the Canada game, and Alice was like, I just feel it looks like Canada's been playing together for years.
Yeah.
Yep.
And I think USA has an element of that too. I don't get how Canada, these guys, the chemistry is out of control.
Yeah, we have the privilege of being down in the media zone, the mix zone, so we get to interview some guys when they come off the ice, and we just heard rumblings like in that locker room right now, it's like cruise control.
Yeah.
Like they're so relaxed. It's like a different vibe. They're just having fun together. It seemed like everything just fit perfectly. Maybe that's so much time off from the NHL being back at the Olympics that all the guys are just enjoying it.
Yeah.
But I think they have a great mix. You know, you got Douts and you got Crosby
Yeah.
that have been to 2 Olympics already. So they know what's going on.
Yeah.
And then you have the young guys. You just have such a great mix of people. And obviously John Cooper, you put him at the helm and he keeps everything really cool, calm, collected. I had him at World Championships, and he's one of the great coaches, I think, in the NHL, if not one of the best, if not the best.
I know, man.
Coach in
That's
the
awesome.
NHL at just keeping guys.
Remember
Bubble.
when Dum Dums on Twitter were talking about firing him?
Yeah.
At the
Oh.
beginning of this year? It was unbelievable.
Dude, because they
Crazy.
lost to Florida.
We-
They
we-
lose to Florida, and everyone's like,
Yeah.
"You stink now," and I'm like,
Yeah.
"Yeah, they won the cup. They've been to 3 cups.
3 cups.
Everybody loses to Florida."
He also changed everything with that Stadium Series fit.
My God.
Only he could pull that off and be down by 4 goals and then climb back and win in a shootout and look like you planned the whole
Victory
thing.
Stogie.
Victory Stogie.
Victory Stogie.
Imagine that Herb Brooks speech from him in the locker room when they're down by 4 in that outfit.
JD, I said he
Being
he
like,
must
come
have
on,
said-
boys, the chest hair showing.
He must
Come
have said
on,
to the boys, we can't lose. I'm dressed like this.
Yeah,
like
he's
you
like,
can't. We
I will
can't lose
kill
by
you.
8. Yeah, yeah. He goes,
If we lose this game.
It's that scene from Forgetting Sarah Marshall where he goes, I wish I wasn't wearing this shirt.
Yeah.
It's like,
No, I think it's take my eyes, not the shirt. Take my eyes, not the shirt.
okay, so we're gonna do a deep dive in Canada in a second, but to round out Group A, France lost to everybody. I would say maybe the Czech team is the biggest, surprisingly disappointing.
Tell everyone who's in Group A.
Group A,
Yeah.
Canada, Swiss, Czech, France. Canada beat the wheels of everybody. France lost to everybody. And then Swiss beat the Czechs. Was that yesterday? Or
Yeah, in
for Kevin.
overtime.
They did it for Kevin.
Yeah, for
Dean Kukin
Yeah.
with the overtime winner.
Unbelievable.
The Cookie Monster.
The Cookie Monster.
What a goal.
What a
Of
name.
all,
Yeah.
just what a moment by Dean.
Yep.
Played in the NHL too.
Yep.
So, but
Yeah.
I think Czechia has been the most disappointing. I
Yeah.
thought we either
agree.
overvalued and overestimated what Pasta was going to. I think Pavel Zacha not being there is
Bigger than I
pretty
thought it
big,
was gonna
way
be.
bigger,
than people thought.
people have ever made. It's just kind of slotted everybody in a wrong position, and they just haven't looked fast.
No.
Their back end, I thought, would would be much better. I just think it's struggled at times. And I mean, Swiss, I love the Swiss team. I've watched them now 2 or 3 games, and they play great hockey, man. They're really good. And Leonardo Giannoni is 38-year-old, only played in the Swiss league. This guy's a stud.
Yeah.
That guy's a mechanic on the side.
Is that true?
No, I just meant to make that up.
He's a
I just want to
watchmaker.
set that
Yeah,
up.
yeah, he makes watches.
He's a watchmaker.
He's a watchmaker.
I was
Swiss
going to say
chocolatier.
the Swiss team is a finely tuned timepiece. That's what they are. But it's Canada. We'll do more of a deep dive. France, worst jerseys I've ever seen in my entire life.
The blues are nice, but the
whites are so
the whites
tough.
are practice tarps.
The whites are practice. They're
Get
beer
together,
league. They're
France.
beer league practice tarps.
Yeah.
The Swiss, scrappy. We got to talk about Fiala. That is a nightmare.
Yep. Okay. Well, yeah. Let's do that now. Why not?
It's an absolute nightmare. When you think about, I mean, I love teams like Switzerland and Germany who, to the casual hockey fan, when we come here, everyone's like, oh shit, they have way more NHLers than
10
I thought.
guys on Switzerland.
Like 10, there are 10 Swiss.
Yeah.
I mean, it's amazing.
Yeah.
And I mean, I think you can make the argument that Jos is obviously Jos, but like Fiala is, your second, third best player.
Yeah.
And it is so heartbreaking when anyone gets hurt in the Olympics, but when it's a team like this and it's that bad, and it's just like, well, that's a massive dagger for Switzerland, and it is also a massive dagger for the LA Kings and Kopi's last year. You just traded for Panarin, and now probably your best forward this season because Kempe hasn't been off to the hottest start that everyone thought, and Fiala, it's just like, I mean, immediate season over.
Yeah, you're Ken Holland, and you're like, are you kidding me?
Are you kidding?
Shit.
Like
you're sitting there. Listen, this is the risk.
Yep.
And unfortunately, the way of how physical this tournament's been for like a fluke injury like that to happen. And I know I just saw Hurdle kind of go down in the last game for Czechia, and it looked okay, but guys are like battling so hard. But that just seemed, I saw Tom Wilson, those guys walking off the ice, and Tom was like, he was distraught. Like he literally was talking with one of the players on Swiss and was like, I heard it like, didn't sound good. He was like, basically, how's he doing? And because none of us, listen, we want to play physical as players, and we want to maybe, not hurt someone in a literal sense, but like you want to inflict a little bit of pain, but you don't want this. Like you don't want guys to lose their season. And this is a similar injury to what he had previously, correct?
I know.
I forgot
about that.
I think it was like the same thing.
Yeah.
But we got to give credit to, well, I don't want to give credit, but the only silver lining kind of funniness of it was the med gear that came out on that rolling bed and put him on his stomach.
Incredible.
On those wheels.
Yeah.
I was like, you're like trying not to, they're neon suits, and you're like, poor guy, I hope he's all right, but what is going on?
Why is he on his stomach?
Why is he on his stomach?
Like he's...
And it looks like it was put together it was like a Lego piece they put together in the bed. Those wheels didn't fit. But yeah, I know. Just trying to levitate the situation because it's sad. I had to lighten it because it's sad. It really is sad for Kevin and Kenny Holland back in LA's got to be like.
It's a disaster.
Kopi too. Like it's your last year. That's again your most productive forward at the moment. You're kind of like, are you kidding me?
So I have 2 questions. One, nothing on the play, right? It was completely fine.
Clean.
Yeah,
Completely. It was just
clean.
unlucky.
It was
there's nothing. He reverse hit him. And
exactly.
I saw someone say if that's anyone other than Tom Wilson, no one's even asking that question, and I think that is complete. That it's not completely correct. If it was Marchand or Matthew Tkachuk or Sam Bennett, they'd be asking the same question. But it's because it's that type of player that anyone. It was completely clean. There was nothing there.
And then my second question is: do you think there'll be any fallout or any repercussions to, like you said, this is the risk, but people always ask us that don't know hockey that well, they go, why haven't NHL guys been going? And I go, because
is it
get
time
sent over there and then they get hurt and it torpedoes the NHL season for an exhibition.
Is it time to revisit Chris's take that hockey should be in the Summer Olympics?
Basketball is a winter sport and is in the Summer Olympics. No one cares.
No, just because this is the kind of
it's 60 degrees outside.
I know,
like
but they decided to put it in Milan. But if we go to Cortina,
this is the greatest city I've ever been to.
Yes, it's amazing. That's a tough one because you could argue yes, but I don't want to say because I don't want to take away from the other athletes here, but like men's hockey kind of closes out the tournament.
It does.
It's like the crown jewel of the Winter Olympics.
Yeah.
And now with NHL, when I played, I played in the Olympics.
Yeah. How are you? Yeah.
Not a big deal.
I'm not trying to tell anybody that one.
Didn't.
Yeah, but I'm not trying to tell anybody that one. In 2022, there was no NHL guys. I'd taken a year off from injury, and when we got there, because I'm going to rag on myself, so we're there, and I'd played 13 seasons in the NHL, and I'd already represented Canada at the World Championships. I'd won a silver, and we're there, and we're walking around with the other athletes in the village. And they're like, "Oh yeah, you play for Team Canada Ice Hockey." They're like, "Yeah," and these are like speed skaters and stuff. And they're like, "Oh yeah, it really sucks that the NHL guys aren't here. The hockey tournament's like fun." And I was like, "Excuse me?"
You're like,
"Excuse me, bitch." What did you say?
I'm on the team.
What'd you say?
Say that to someone
they're like,
else.
Full well knowing I'm on the team.
Yeah.
And I'm like, "Oh yeah, that's great. Yeah, like how
Does
great
suck.
speed skating for the other 3 years." Anyway, but
I'm rooting for you.
I was mad. I love speed skating. I love short track speed skating and all of that. But it is just, what I mean by that is, NHL players being here. It's just
huge.
It's look at the fans. Try to get to a game if you can.
Yeah.
Like the buzz around the city, the village.
Yeah.
You see all the athletes posting pictures with Sydney and Crosby and like the Kachucks and like looking for him. Because it's like it's that big. That's like cool. at these Winter Olympics. So it's so
unreal.
To the point of the summer, like you just can't do it because it's the crown jewel.
Absolutely.
It's true.
And the NHL won't go, God, we got to stop sending guys again.
Oh, now they're going to get their paws in there somehow. Now they're going to create some relationships. But now you listen to Gary Bettman, and every 2 years now we're going to have something.
Yeah, right.
Yeah,
Best on best.
Four
Yeah.
Nations
Cool.
did something for sure, and
It did.
I mean, listen, it sucks, and I hate seeing Kings fans being like, "Are you kidding me? Why does this have to happen?" But it's like you said, it's worth it. This is the risk you take. It does stink, but
there's a lot of banged up guys.
that
are playing
already
in this tournament.
Dude,
Yeah.
I know.
I am telling like
they're
Happened to Four Nations too.
You might not
no,
want to
this
hear
is
it.
this. There is some like, there's some guys that I think are like, their season, they'll play this and then they're done for the season.
Really?
It happened at Four Nations. Like it's definitely happening right now. And I know
it's
a lot of
crazy.
NHL fans don't want to hear this, but I promise you, there's a lot of guys out there on that ice here who are going, "This means more to me than winning a Stanley Cup." And I've said a million times as a player, if I ever got to that level, that's how I would feel.
Yeah.
I mean, it's like watching these dudes who hate each other in their NHL clubs so happy to be playing with each other is the coolest thing in the world.
Tom
And
Wilson's the most popular guy here.
it's
Canada.
like, how
It's
fun
actually
is that?
incredible.
It's unbelievable.
amazing.
So get back into this group. We can get into Canada. I want to just echo what you said. I think Czechia has been super disappointing. I don't know what their identity, because when they won, what was it? They won Worlds the year before Four Nations.
Yep.
And that's when Pasta was like, maybe we can get into Four Nations, Gary. Like, not being an asshole, but he was just being like, we're good, you know? So I was expecting a lot from them. Zaka obviously is a tough blow, but I was shocked. They just don't look like they have an identity. I don't know. It's weird.
Yeah,
Like,
I mean, their best player by far is Marty Natchez.
Yeah.
he's been the
incredible.
best player.
He's kind of
no
the bright
question.
spot. Pasta hasn't looked great.
No, he's playing too physical. He's like headhunting out there.
Yeah, and
I'm
it's you kind of get caught up. I mean, the Czech fans are the first star. It's the best fan base here.
It's
at the
been so
tournament.
great, dude.
They're incredible.
Chanting,
They're
singing
so
the whole
funny.
game.
It's amazing.
awesome.
They
I
got
love
all
them.
they somehow got all the front row seats and they got all the flags. And I'm like,
How did you do
they
this?
bankrupt the country to buy all the tickets here? Like every game, there's just Czechia flags all along. So I just, it's tough. But I think that Swiss game's gonna haunt them. But again, this is the prelims. Everybody has a chance now.
Yep.
And unfortunately, if they win, they're qualifying, which I think they will.
Yeah.
They get Canada.
Yeah.
Right.
So
Yeah.
So
I mean,
good luck to you.
Yeah. These games on Tuesday, it's like, that's what's weird about the setup of this tournament is like, sure, you could have had a bad prelim, but like everyone's alive.
Yep.
So let's see what happens.
Everyone's alive.
Okay, so I'm rip through the groups quickly. So that was A.
Yeah.
Well, we didn't do Canada, but
We'll do a deep dive on
Oh,
that.
look
But we're
at
just gonna
you.
do the
Okay, I
groups.
love that. Yeah.
So the
I love that out of
Group
you.
B, Sweden, Finland, Slovakia, Italy. Italy lost to everybody, and then those other three did we all beat each other in a round robin thing. Which was actually super confusing because I was trying to figure out, because when Slav scored, that power play goal and went crazy. Or I can't remember if he scored the goal, but Slovakia scored that late goal.
Dvorsky scored.
Okay, yeah, they scored that
but
late.
Slavkovsky was celebrating after the game like he had won gold.
Yeah.
And I was like, why
the
did
most
they
confusing
win?
looking thing in the world?
Especially when Finland pummels Italy 11-0. The shots were 36-2 at one point.
Yeah.
And I was like, how did they not win the group with the goal diff? Because they all have the same points. But so for the people that don't know, because I had to look this up.
Charlie Day it.
Yeah.
Let's go Charlie
the
Day
teams that are
It's always
tied,
sunny.
you create a subgroup. So you take the Italy game.
When it's a 3-way tie.
Yeah, three-way tie. Create the subgroup, take the Italy game out. That way, Slovakia had the best goal diff.
Yes.
So they win the group. Finland gets second and is the top second-place team, so gets a bye into the quarters. And then Sweden gets this USA draw. So that's what happened.
It goes head-to-head goal diff.
Yeah.
Like who beat who by more.
Yeah.
So Finland beat Sweden by 3. Sweden beat Slovakia by 2.
Yep.
And Slovakia beat
Finland
by 3. So they get it based off of that.
Crazy.
Based off those rules, you win.
It's
like, what?
It's been funny watching like all the hockey media people trying to decipher it on.
Because people were sitting next to us. We were watching that game, and they're like, "Why are they pulling the golie?" And I'm like, "I actually have no idea. I don't know what's going on right now."
What's going on?
You mentioned Italy lose to everyone. Clara, the goaltender. We are a few glasses of vino in last night at the Canada House.
Great.
Shout out Canada House. And I was like, if this kid doesn't get an NHL contract. Great tweet. But it was like immediately people were like, he's a draft pick. And I was like, get him in the NHL. But I was just like, I was so incensed. As I was watching highlights of him, and I was like, this kid is getting peppered with 50 to 60 shots a game. Yeah. Give this kid an NHL shot. It's unbelievable. I think he's playing in Sweden right now, right? Like
he's in Sweden. He's in Sweden, and was Anaheim?
Yeah, so he's drafted
Anaheim? They got Dostal. They got Clara.
And
they
Clara.
got good.
Yep. So he got drafted by the Ducks. He was
a trade piece for Anaheim.
Yeah, playing in Finland. Then he came to the Gulls, I think played a couple games. Now he's been like loaned back to Sweden. And that's where I'm like, get this kid an NHL. People are like, he has one. And I'm like, I am wine drunk trying to celebrate this kid. He's not in the NHL. That's what I mean. Some guy came at me and was like, don't pretend like you knew this. And I was like, I didn't pretend. What do you mean there's nothing to know?
Yeah.
He's not in the NHL. That's all I meant. But I mean, that kid, talk about a firing squad.
Oh, dude, the shot totals are crazy.
It's crazy.
Poor Italy. They battle hard, though.
They battle
I'll tell you
hard.
what.
It's amazing.
I battled hard. We interviewed Matt Bradley, who scored 2 goals in the tournament.
Yeah.
After we interviewed him, so shout out to us at the NHL. But he texted me after they lost 3-2, and he said the captain after the game said, "Hey guys," he goes, "We came to this tournament not even thinking we'd be close to winning anything," and he's like, "We were mad at the way we played because we lost by 1 goal." So he's like, be happy that cool. Like, listen, like, hey, like we have a team that can potentially do something.
Yeah.
Now whether they, after that game, get shellacked 11-0. I mean, the story's a little bit less endearing that way. But again, you look at the qualifying, we played China in the Olympics and they had 2 breakaways in like the first period. And we were like, holy shit. We ended up winning 7-2, but we were still like, wow, like you never know what can happen in these tournaments.
Sure.
Like somebody gets hurt, XYZ, and so it's interesting. But yeah, listen. Di Jacinto's my favorite player.
Yeah.
On that team, he's the best player ever.
Yeah.
He's Mark Recchi.
Yeah.
Mark Recchi had a kid in Italy and left.
Possible.
Could be. Who knows? I'm not going to start that rumor, but he's literally is like a mini Mark Recchi.
Could be.
He has 70,000 hits right now.
Yeah.
That's so
It's
awesome.
He's the best.
Yeah.
But Damian Clara, I think just his makeup. It's only a matter of time.
I agree.
It could be a good trade piece too.
That is the big thing for me is I'm like, you look
Edmonton?
don't even do it to me.
Wow.
Could you imagine if Edmonton swoops in and gets Clara and he the cup?
Come on.
Connor will move to Italy.
Mi amore.
Yeah. So, all right. I thought the Sweden Slovakia game was huge for Sweden's chemistry.
Okay.
Like that was a big I
want to get into Sweden, so let me say this: Group C, USA went undefeated. They're the 2 seed.
Yeah.
Not a perfect. I would say Canada was perfect through the group stage. USA was very good, but not perfect.
Denmark was the only hiccup.
Yeah.
And chalk it up to whatever it was, but like there's kind of an own goal on the first goal against Sway, and then the blackboard's goal.
Yeah.
And then
Poor guy's colorblind. Like,
give him a break, dude.
Give him a goddamn
So it's
break.
like, honestly, you're right, not perfect, but like we said, I think the first the Latvia game was the goalie interference and the offs. Like
they should have won that 9-1.
Correct, and they know that
Yep.
too. And again, for me, the Denmark game was not a hiccup. So the
And
USA is
then
fine.
Germany, Latvia, Denmark did the Pepe Sylvia
Yeah.
thing again.
Yeah,
and
yeah.
I'm like, okay, whatever. Let me know. Yeah, you let me know how
Just
that
do
shakes
that.
out.
Just
Let me
keep
know
doing
how
this
that
the whole
shakes
time.
out. The world's greatest hockey players, I'm sitting right next to one, are set to face off on the global stage. So join the excitement and make your Winter Games moment when you bet with boosted odds. Activate your odds boost token for any Winter Games hockey bet throughout the entire tournament, and you'll receive a bigger payout if your bet wins. Get ready for puck drop with BetMGM. If you haven't signed up for BetMGM yet, use bonus code NETTERS, that is NETTERS, and you will get up to $1,500 and a new player offer on your first wager if it loses. BetMGM, make it legendary. All right, welcoming back to the show our good buddy Chris Chelios, and I gotta give you credit, Cheli, because I looked this up, but you played in a U.S. record 4 Olympics. I forgot it was 4.
It's
That's
insane.
nuts. Tied with Big Walt, and then played in 22 games, second most all time, 23 to Big Walt. Captained 3 Olympic teams. You played in Yugoslavia, in Nagano, in Salt Lake City, and the Torino Winter Games. Unbelievable, dude. Thanks for stopping by.
Thank you. Yeah, it was an incredible journey playing, representing the country, and lucky enough to represent it 4 times. Crazy, it would have been 6 had they, allowed pros to go to, what was it, Calgary and Albertville. But
Yeah.
unreal, incredible.
And I gotta say, it's a bit of a shame. The tan is bumping right now. we're pissed that we couldn't have you here showing that off in Milan with us. It would be crushing.
Well, I've taken a couple trips since the NHL shut down and the Olympics started. But if it makes you feel any better, I'm in Chicago. It's actually in the 50s, so the sun's following me so far. So thanks.
Yeah. You got to come out. That's more
That's what I'm
reason we
saying.
need you out here, dude.
Yeah.
That's amazing. Well, actually, Cheli, randomly, one of the things I wanted to ask you, but you just kind of touched on it. Was it weird going back to the NHL after the long break when you would go to the Olympics? Like, what are they looking forward to when they get back?
Honestly, it was tough going back. It's different for an all-star game. Obviously, you're 3 days break.
Yeah.
4 days break, and it's a great time for everybody. But after 2 weeks with your family, your friends, and a different group of guys, mostly who you're playing against, it's just a great experience. So, depending where you were, like Sarajevo, we were on lockdown. The whole crazy, it was about a war about to start, so we didn't really get to venture too much on that one. But for the rest of them, Toronto, as you mentioned, Salt Lake was great. And Nagano was fun too. I never thought I'd like Japan as much as I did. But and then it's, reality kicks in, whether you're overseas or, been somewhere for 2 weeks and going back to camp. It's a bit of a kind of a letdown after, quite honestly.
Yeah.
We had
I
some
could see
success.
that.
Yeah, because of the hype and, the Olympics and the whole country watching you. But, it just takes a little bit to get back into the role with the NHL schedule.
Yeah. How would you say the vibes are from readjusting to a new group of guys and bonding with these guys when you're, in the village together, playing together, representing your country together? How long does that take before you really feel like a team, or is it really immediate? And then what's it like leaving that group?
It's immediate. It's all that old saying, two guys, getting a fight on the ice, and then after the game, they're having a beer together. Hockey players have the mentality just about them. And whether it's a guy you're rivaling, the good thing is a lot of it's American-Canadian, or you saw yesterday with Draisaitl and Matthew Tkachuk, have gone at each other the last 2 years in the finals.
Yeah.
So had they been on the same team, I'm sure they would have been really good friends. But it's just, it's just something about hockey players, and you get together quick, and you're so excited that you're all on the same team representing, your country.
Yeah.
That's
it's
awesome,
unbelievable.
Dude. Well, through the group stage, USA and Canada come out undefeated. Only 2 teams. Canada, the 1 seed with the goal diff and everything. Who have you loved so far on our squad, Cheli? Whose game have you been like, man, that guy's going in this tournament?
The Tkachuks, both Brady and Matthew, they kind of get the motor running with their energy and their characters, and they play with a lot of characters. So I think, those two really for me, that they motivate that team. And then Matthews stepping up the way he did yesterday, and not that he wasn't playing well, but for him to have that type of game,
going into
the playoffs now here, I guess you call them the playoffs, but the finals. Really happy Matthews had that type of game, being the captain. I didn't like the highlights they showed on Matthews for the Four Nations. But maybe that'll get him motivated, and he's a quiet kid. He does all his talking on the ice, and we'll see. But again, Hellenbach, what a way to go into the semifinals also. It was a perfect game for them, and they actually got better as each game went on, is what you want in these short-term, Olympics. So, everything's gone as well as it could for the American team. And I think all guys, they got a lot of scoring, good balance from everybody. It looks good for them. And, like everybody's hoping, hopefully it's going to be a USA-Canada final.
Yeah, it's so true. How I know you're always giving love to the defensemen like I am, and everyone talks about Quinn Hughes all the time. How awesome do you think this tournament and these first few games have been for Zach Werenski? I know people in Columbus know his game, but how good is this guy?
I mean, they don't get to see him in Columbus. They haven't been a playoff team, I think, once or twice, and it's unfortunate. I thought he was going to get moved. I was kind of hoping to get moved and go to the Red Wings, quite honestly. Would have been a great fit.
Man, dude. Yeah.
Exactly what they need. But you saw him score that goal, and I had a chance to coach him in the World Juniors along with Matthew Tkachuk and Austin Matthews. And this kid just does everything perfect. That wrist shot of his is more effective than any slap shot I've ever seen on a defenseman. He's just a smart heads-up player, got good size. And just a great kid. And it's been fun. They've been calling me before every game, FaceTiming me before every game. And it's great. It makes me feel a little bit good about these kids, how much, character they have and respect for the former players and how excited they are. So that back end, probably the most skilled offensively ever for a U.S. team. As you mentioned, Hughes also, and Slavin's kind of taken that seat of, being just a steady stay on it, which he has some offensive ability also. Faber scores the goal. So they all contributed. And when you can get those D involved in the offense, it's that much more, effective to come up winning.
Everyone keeps talking about that possibly being the edge if USA and Canada find each other. Everyone brings up USA's D and their goaltending possibly being the one that's a level above Canada. Do you see that? And when you're talking to the boys and then when you're watching them, is that really the side of this team's game that you're like, yes, that can be a winning recipe for us?
I do, and we say it all the time. I think I think Charlie McAvoy, another guy, left his name out of there. He was injured during the Four Nations, along with Matthew Tkachuk. Not to make excuses, but you put those two guys in the lineup now, and if they do end up playing up against Canada, that much more experience in the USA's lineup. But at the end of the day, the fact that US has only beat Canada in the finals, if they get to the finals or match up. You still gotta, you can walk the walk or talk the talk, but you gotta walk the walk. And, Canada's got that swagger about them, the experience. Crosby's still in there and doing his thing. And then you put McDavid and McKinnon. They're just all great players on both teams. So it could come down to goaltending. The way I look at it is in Four Nations, I didn't think there was a loser in that. That was incredible hockey.
Agree.
Could have went either way. Yeah, Canada ends up coming up on top, but it's going to be a heck of a playoff here, whether they match up against each other or not. And I hope to God they do, because it's going to be an incredible game.
When you list off all those names, Chelly, and obviously in a hockey game, literally anything can happen. But when you list off all those names on Canada, it's hard to sit here as an American fan being like, we can beat that team. but do you think, with the right matchup and the right grit, the talent we've put on the ice, we could beat Canada in a final?
No question. And again, it's to win these games, it takes everything. You get some bounces, but he just timely saves. Hellebach's the guy right now, obviously, it looks like, and it's just timely saves, and then anything can happen. And I keep referring back to Four Nations. Matthews had a chance to win it, in the overtime, and then Canada just comes back. So I see a close game. I don't see anything different than what happened there. And yes, I believe they can win, no question. But, Canada's thinking the same thing, and all of Canada's thinking the same thing, and they're right too.
For sure. God, they look good.
They
look
sure
really
are.
good.
We keep laughing, Chelly. It's like all the guys you mentioned. They got Sid still buzzing. He's like third on the team in points. McDavid, McKinnon, McCarr. And then they've also got Celebrini coming in here acting like he's a 26-year-old vet. And it's like, can you guys just relax? Can you just calm down and let us have some breathing room here? It's crazy. They're such a good group. It's wild.
Yeah, but I'm with you. Like our back end, as far as talent and skill, our defensemen, I think we got the edge there. Goaltending, I don't know. Bennington, they wanted to, he's had a tough year, and they wanted to count him out last time in that Four Nations, and look, he stood on his head and won it for him. So I said we're pretty much a wash at goaltending, I think. And as far as the forwards, I mean, how much firepower both teams have is crazy.
Yeah.
So,
It's so cool. It's so cool.
God, it would be such a good final. But don't sleep on Sweden. Don't sleep on Sweden
that's gonna
and
be a tough one.
Finland. Like they're
I'm a little
just great
upset
teams.
I'm a little upset with that TJ Oshie saying he doesn't know who he's going to cheer for last night after the game because of his buddy Wilson on Canada. But you can let him know that.
I know.
Better know.
I got to call him because he was doing the Tom Brady, like, I don't have a dog in that fight thing. And I was like, you do have a dog in this fight.
He better have a dog in this fight.
Yeah,
exactly. Like we immediately hit him up. We're like, what the are you talking about, buddy? We need you here. Come on.
So Chelly, your most fun run for sure was the O2. You guys get silver, incredible, in Salt Lake City. So kind of two questions. One, was it weird being at an Olympics, but just at home? Like, you're just like, oh, I'm in Utah.
Yeah.
And then two, just, tell us what you remember, some highlights just from that whole experience and that journey with the boys.
Yeah. Biggest fear obviously was letting down the country while we're in U.S. with their support and the home ice advantage. And, that no question, I felt that we had all that pressure, but we felt very confident going into it. Mostly, because a lot of that group of guys had beaten Canada in the World Cup in 96. So, we were still kind of running on that one. And the families and all, just, I wouldn't say distractions, but that's what we kind of had to block out. It was great. In that sense that we, our families are there and we're able to relax with them as opposed to maybe being in Europe and you're on your own and straying off with each other. And then the games themselves were amazing. Canada looked like they were going to fall flat in their faces during the preliminary rounds. And all of a sudden one game turned it around for them. And, the rest was history. But again, I don't see a loser in that one. The game was a lot closer. The final game, the goal game, that ended up being lopsided at the end, but it was a pretty competitive, close game right till that third period.
Mm-hmm. Oh my God, yeah. And what kind of this is our first experience at the Olympics, so the group stage is such a flurry, but then you do get a couple days off, and whatever. There's a little time for the guys. What were you guys doing on when the opportunities you had a day off? Was it team bonding stuff? Were you just out exploring the city? What went down?
Well, they had these USA houses or Team Canada houses, so everybody could bring their families there. So most of the time we spent going there. I'm sure Italy, it's a little different because they got better food than any place I'd ever been. Quite honestly, so you might venture out a little bit and hit some restaurants and walk around the cities, beautiful in Milan. So, but quite honestly, we spent most of our time either on the Olympic base in the dorms and a lot of time in that cafeteria with that's where everybody, the players, would stay. Would be in the cafeteria most of the day. And if you're with your families, you'd be in the USA house because they had, food from back home, and your families could come there and watch all the other, Olympic sports, and kill the day.
Yeah, that's awesome. We hit awesome. We got a chance to see the Canada House out here the other day, and it's sick. They have like a rink you can skate on, and like 2 bars and a restaurant. It was awesome.
Those are every country had one. And the good thing was the countries are allowing you to go into theirs. Some of the other countries, so you get to meet the other people and experience that too. So Olympics is pretty amazing, and it's really unique.
Yeah. It really is, man. You can feel that, like things as simple as it's something we learned. It's the pins kind of being like currency. Like people bring pins and you swap pins, and there's just such a cool celebration of cultures and all these different nations and meeting people from everywhere. It's like you just said, it's fun that they let us in the Canada House. We could have been sleeper agents for all they know, and they were like, "Come on in here." It was a blast.
And early on in the Olympics, early on in the Olympics, each the preliminary games, it's not elimination, but once, the elimination games start, the quarterfinals, then all of a sudden, guys that play together in the NHL are not sitting with each other in the cafeteria anymore. And they're just kind of looking across and, don't want to be, it changes quick, that competitiveness. And then, it's every man for himself. So that friendly thing goes away pretty quickly once you get in those elimination games.
That's right what I was about to ask of how serious we're about to ramp up here.
Yeah.
Because it has been pretty chill. Like everyone's hanging out and talking, and the games are obviously intense, but it's been really fun vibes in the rink. But I know now, starting right now, the energy is going to change, both for the players, obviously, but even the fans too.
Yeah. And I think back to, Salt Lake, when everybody's hoping, meaning like myself, Brett Hull, and Steve Yzerman, Shanahan, we're hoping we're going to be in that gold medal game against each other. And then, come time that, day before, a couple of days before, we won't sit with each other in the cafeteria. We'll just give it this one and, walk by each other. So, it's strange, but yeah.
That's so cool. And then, Chell, you had a Northern Italy Olympics yourself when you were up at the Torino games. Yeah. So what was that? We're here, you're not too far from where you were. What was your experience like over here in Italy?
I mean, it was amazing. I think it was just my one daughter and my wife were there. So the rest of the kids, I don't know, for whatever reason, they couldn't make it. But same thing. It was a beautiful city. I don't think quite as nice as Milan, more industrial. But it was, again, the food's incredible, right? So, and then and I didn't get into the sightseeing. My wife and daughter, I knew that'd be their last time there in Torino. So I wasn't into it too much. I'd already been to Italy before, but again, just being with the families, the parents, it was really amazing. And again, you're lucky enough to be on that team and experience that.
Yeah. Like we said, Chell, you played in 84, 98, 02, and 06. Like that's utterly insane to be that elite as long as you were. Do you have any stories that immediately come to mind when you think of all your Olympic experience of just like shooting the shit with the boys or getting into some nonsense with the fellas? Like what are some of the first stories that come to mind?
Well, let's start at the top. No secrets, Nagano. We made a name for ourselves at Nagano and not on the ice. That was quite an experience. But the one thing I say about Nagano when we first got there, they love their karaoke there over in Japan. And we had some characters and, including myself. So the first few days, 3-4 days, you could, go out and let loose and have a few beers. And as, the tournament goes on, you buckle down and get ready. But, that was probably the most fun, the highlight other than, what happened in the dorms at the end. But, and then again, I think Salt Lake, without a doubt, just being at home and, knowing that everybody's got your back and you feel it a lot more, even though you can see in Torino, there's a lot of U.S. people have made that trip. It's still, you got a whole country rallying behind you. And, everywhere you look, it's Olympics and, Japan, they didn't know who we were. We walking the streets and, Sochi Sochi as a coach was amazing. They had by the Baltic Sea there. I don't know if it's a Baltic Sea, but it was an incredible setup there. And I love Sochi, but, but again, they're just great times with guys. It's, every day was just amazing. And then, of course, you're facing an elimination game or trying to continue to the gold medal game, and it just gets a little bit more stressful and serious. But that's playoff hockey.
Yeah, it sure is. Do you have, like, as someone who is, a vet of 4 different Olympics, and I know you're not always playing the same guys, but if we keep it to Canada, was there anyone on that 02 team on Canada that was just unbelievable that you were frustrated playing against?
Well, the big game, Joe Sakic showed up, and him, I believe Ginla was on his line. Him, and obviously Mario had the big play to Korea, the goal he scored. I remember Sakic just he took over that game, and Ginla scored a big goal. But again, it was a great game. Izzy and Shani, like I said, it's just hard to play against your own teammates. But, again, like I don't know who elbowed me first period. It might have been that, I can't remember, it was Fleury or something. I don't know if it was Fleury was on the team then or not. But anyway, it was just the guy that stuck out the most to me was Joe Sakic, the game he had. And I always love Sakic. He's a great player, great person. And, I have all the respect in the world for Joe.
It's cool too, Cheli, to have, you said, like you have teammates in the NHL that you then battle with at the Olympics, but it's also kind of fun to have a guy you battle with in the NHL also battle with in the, you're like, man, we always go at it. Kind of like the Draisaitl Matthew Tkachuk thing you said last night, seeing
so
each other
true.
at every stop. That's cool too.
Yeah, I guess the rival for me would have been Iginla because we had some playoffs against Calgary with Detroit and with Chicago.
Totally.
So he was the one I had a tough time with. He's tough as nails. He's skilled. And
Yeah, that's awesome. Okay, Cheli, we'll let you get out of here, but I want one more question. I think it's so incredible, dude, that you were a captain. You're the captain of the Olympic team 3 times. And it's one thing to be a captain of an NHL team, but when you were on your country's select team and you are chosen, and that honor has been bestowed upon Austin Matthews in this tournament, what is it like looking at all those guys going into a gold medal game, God willing, or some elimination game where you're the guy in the locker room having to give that speech?
Yeah, I would say that on an NHL team, but on that Olympic team with that much firepower and leadership, on the players, there's so many guys that are, could easily, been a captain on that team. I'm just, honored.
Sure.
And especially the last one. I didn't know Herb Brooks. I know when they came to watch me play, pre-Olympics to see if they felt I was good enough. I had some pretty bad games, but for whatever reason, Herb Brooks had faith in me because of my leadership qualities, and I thank God that he did. Because, like I said, I had no relationship with him. There's kind of that Wisconsin-Minnesota rivalry that never ended between him and Bob Johnson. So, but again, there's so many players, and the room runs itself with the leadership that's in there. And it's not like the weight is on your shoulders. Yeah, maybe someone's waiting for you to say something. I don't know how vocal Austin Matthews is. I think he does his, leadership by, what he does on the ice, but he got a lot of help with the Tkachuks and the Werenskis and everybody else on that team. So that's a good feeling when you got that support when you are the captain, and you might feel like you have that pressure on you, but you don't.
Yeah. That's awesome.
It's just a great honor. It really is a great honor.
It is. Yeah. That fires me up. Well, listen, we've got obviously huge game. By the time this comes out, huge games in the first elimination rounds will be going on. So let's hope that USA gets a good bid, can maybe handle Sweden, we assume, and then we get this final that we're all looking forward to, because both these teams, holy shit, this could be fireworks like you can't believe.
Yeah.
But Cheli, you're the best for popping on with us always. Again, we wish you were here with us in Milan, but thanks for taking the time, brother. It's always awesome to have you on. Everyone loves hearing from you.
Thank you, and good luck to the men's and women's and all the Olympians. USA all the way, guys. Let's go for the gold.
Let's do it.
All right.
We are here at the Olympics with the world's best, and when it comes to the best in hockey, you need Bauer. It is the only option, and it's been that way for almost 100 years. And when we're talking about the best, we need the best stick when we're playing at the highest level, and the Bauer Pulse is exactly that. This thing has revolutionized the game in hockey with that mid-kick feel and the low-kick release. It's got the raised lettering on there that makes it feel like a grip stick without that sticky feel sliding up and down the shaft. This thing is going to make you shoot like David Pastrnak. It's unbelievable. You are going to elevate your game to the next level, like Jason Demers, honestly, if we're being honest. It's going to elevate your game to the next level like you have never seen. Whether you're playing high school, beer league, college, it doesn't matter. The Bauer Pulse is the only stick for you. So you're going to go to Bauer.com, check out all of their gear. You know me, I talk about it all the time. Right down to their workout clothes. Nothing is better. Check it out. Bauer is the only option for you.
Huge thanks to Cheli. Love having him on. All-timer. El Bandito.
Good tequila, too.
Incredible.
Very good.
Delicious.
He likes it on the rocks. One time I asked him,
does.
I was like, do you prefer a Paloma or... And he was like...
Tequila on the rocks always. That's the way you do it.
Like,
one cube.
That's my bet.
A big square one.
Yeah.
Love that.
Sip it. Fortaleza or El Bandito.
Yeah.
Yep. Okay, so Sweden. You were about to talk about this. I want to talk about Sweden because we were hyping them pretty hard coming into this tournament, being like, oh, Sweden's my pick to get bronze. Anything can happen now, but so far I was like, yo.
Here's my first topic. Why is Wallstedt not playing?
Oof. That one's an interesting. I mean, listen, Billy Guerin's the one that decides, but then, obviously the head coach. I don't know. There's been a lot of talk with the Swedish coaching staff here that I've heard some people, writers and stuff like that, be like, they should really consider, if we're doing NHL at the Olympics, that there should be a requirement of NHL head coaches as well. Like, because you heard Finland.
I think that is a great point.
Yeah, I think Finland, they like tried to go and talk and get Paul Maurice, because you get these European coaches, and I apologize, I don't know the head coach of Sweden's name, but I know he coaches in Europe.
Yeah.
So you have the short tournament, and you have all these NHL players now. They're used to playing North American hockey.
Yeah.
And you're bringing a European coach in.
Yeah.
It always takes a little bit longer, and you could see Sweden kind of.
Such a good call, dude.
So it's like, I mean, I got to give credit to the writer. I think it was Dan Rosen that told me that. It was like, I think they should look at it. And I was like, you know what? I'm like, shit. I'm like, imagine, you got Paul Maurice behind the bench for Finland.
I was
screaming and
just give it to the boys.
I was
Give it to
just
the boys.
about to say Paul Maurice coaching Finland. They would go undefeated.
Yep.
They would win gold. And that would be the funniest
Yeah.
thing in the world, watching Paul Maurice with like a Finnish
Yeah.
flag.
Doing
around
his
his
press
I know,
shoulders.
but
But I think it's a great. I mean, it's what international football, like soccer, does. Like,
Yeah.
you've got Thomas Tuchel is the manager of the England squad right now. Like, who gives a shit? Let it be just a good coach.
Yeah, you want something to mesh with your players. And sorry, I jumped off from the Wallstead thing. I mean, I think Gustafsson was the guy. I think
That's
Wallstead,
where I'm confused,
but I think
though. It's
Wallstead struggled near the end of the Olympics, and Gustafsson kind of took back the net.
Yeah.
So you kind of keep him. And
Yeah.
I think roll with him and Markstrom. The Sweden, I think the thing that people got to think now is like, this is the most dangerous game for the USA.
Oh, it's an absolute nightmare. It's an absolute
because they
nightmare.
found their game.
Mhm.
Like, I watched them against Finland.
Yep.
Like, they lost that Finland game, but like, they're playing some good hockey.
Yep.
Well, that's why I
then
said
they looked great against
the Slovakia
Yeah,
game was
good.
so good for their chemistry. Like,
They
I
look
thought
really good.
I thought they looked bad against Finland. I was like,
They gave up chances in Finland, but I think Finland's like, we're just all talking Canada, US.
Mhm.
Like, Sweden and Finland, it's kind of the four nations. Like,
Oh,
Sweden
it's
and Finland,
huge.
if Finland had Barkov, I mean,
dude.
that'd be probably my 1-2 would be
Yeah.
them. But now that Barkov's missing, but yeah, Sweden they got a good hockky team,
Yeah.
man.
And imagine if they had Leo.
Well, they started playing Philip Forsberg.
Dude, that was
What's
what I was
going
going to
on?
go next.
Well, you're playing Elias Pettersson. I don't understand. I'll never understand that for the life of me. Just be over
Hey,
Philip Forsberg.
he had a good little game though.
He did. No, he
Yeah.
played well. I think
But I'm with you.
He had a
When-
moment. He
when-
had his moment, and
Yep.
he kind of played, and he's getting back. And
When you tweeted free Philip Forsberg, I was like, I completely agree. It was like
Forsberg,
it was the Finland game. I think he played like 8 minutes, and I was like, what is happening right now?
well, they
This guy-
started playing him. They're
Yeah.
like, "Oh, we need a goal. Let's put him in."
Yeah.
I'm like, "This guy's just been pasted to your bench."
Yeah, it's
Him and
crazy.
Ekman Larson.
Yeah.
At the start was like, they're just sitting there. I'm like, "Why'd you bring these guys?"
Yeah.
One guy won a cup.
Yeah.
The other guy's Philip Forsberg, who's a perennial 30 goal scorer.
He's
in the
Philip
NHL.
Forsberg. Like, what else do we need to say? It's
Mind-blowing
crazy.
to me.
I know.
But yeah, it is a. I mean, we'll get into it a little bit at the end, but it's like we got the U.S. and Sweden women playing today, and
I'll be at that game.
it's a nightmare for me. Like it's a house divided, and we're on a crash course for USA Sweden again, and I'm like, oh my god,
Yeah, it's going to be tough.
And yeah, I think it's like Sweden. Let's see how they do against Latvia tomorrow, but that is.
They're going to crush Latvia.
Hey, Latvia got their first win.
I know, but it was against Germany, and Germany's been
Yeah.
anemic in this tournament. I used the word anemic, folks. Thank you.
Yeah.
Look it up.
Yeah.
Not good.
It's a great
They've
dictionary.
been no
word.
bueno.
Yeah, it's not good to be anemic, but it is a good word to have in your arsenal.
Yes.
I think Willie Nylander is awesome. Do you think that, or are you like,
Like, awesome as a guy, and like
Well, he's-
the overall, or like as a player.
great guy as a player? Like, I watch him play, and I'm like, God, Willie's so good.
It's so tough with Willie because like we have it at the network, and Mike Rupp's been on air multiple times, just carving and put. We all are like, Willie Nylander could be like a top 3 player in the NHL.
Dude, I literally think that. Like, he's
and
so
maybe
good.
that's just like, and maybe it's like we're
You guys are nuts.
no, but like
I love Willie. Willie's nasty, but I don't think he could be a top 3 player in the league.
and maybe that's me. Let me go top 5 because then they'll
yeah,
clip top
5.
3, and
Yeah.
then I'm going to be in trouble. You guys are going to clip me, and then I'm going to have people yelling at me.
Hey, at least this guy, now you get to interview Willie, and he'll love you. So,
But by saying that, I'm like, we just think there's another level there.
Yeah.
Like, I think
Yeah.
he's great, but I think there's another level. And maybe that's just, he's capped there. And for him to go to another level, I think it's the whole, Austin Matthews of it all, where I think everybody expects him to, score 75 goals a year.
yeah.
Yeah.
And be like, well, you're not doing it, you stink. And it's like, well, Willie's in the same vein. I think he's a fantastic hockey player. On some nights, most nights, he's the best player on the ice.
Yeah.
So it's like you just kind of sit there and you're like, come on.
Yeah. He's also,
and maybe that's it.
I think he's without a doubt the most consistent Leaf in that group, and he also he performs in big games in the playoffs. His aura is out of control.
Yeah,
and
tank
he might have the highest aura in the NHL. That I'll give you a top one there. I think,
aura?
Yeah, I think he's the coolest dude in the league. Like,
I think he, he's got.
Do you see his no glove warm up?
He curates his image.
Yeah.
Yes,
the best.
Yes,
for like.
And
he markets himself the best.
The little things he does. The no glove warm up was the swaggiest thing.
It's incredible. And I remember I guess it was 2 years ago, that Boston Toronto game 7, and like the pregame they were like, Willie, like, what do you think? And he was like, I don't know, whatever. Like,
yeah,
he's kind of go shit.
He was like, they beat us all the time.
Fine.
Yeah.
I'm gonna wear a tank top. I mean, I don't love the flip off and everything, and I think there's a respect to the game that needs to happen. But listen, I think. Yeah, he oozes sex.
Every time in that Finland game, which they lost, but every time something good happened for Sweden, a good chance happened, it was coming off his stick. Yeah. Every time.
You were, I'm just going to say, you keep saying that, and you're not wrong, that he had a great game. Rasmus Dahlin was the best player for Sweden in that game.
He's been the best player.
And he's been the best player for Sweden this tournament.
You know who I think's been awesome too, and I'm really happy
erroneous to you.
Lucas Raymond. I've really enjoyed his tournament.
He's fiery.
Because sometimes I think his rookie year, I was like, Lucas Raymond is a future superstar, and he's obviously very good. But there's been stretches where I'm like, I think I overshot that.
You swung out. You did like I did when I said Nylander stopped.
Yeah, calm down.
You guys are too horny. You're getting way too horny.
I really enjoyed
I'm
his
in
tournament.
Milan. I'm having focaccia every day and sciatica, and I'm just whatever the hell you call it.
I'm just in a good mood, dude. Everything's happy. I'm like, he's the best player I've ever seen.
Yeah.
But I've really enjoyed Lucas Raymond's tournament. I think he's been awesome.
Yeah, I think this has been a good tournament for people realizing how good Jesper Bratt is too.
Okay,
people are like, whoa,
silky.
This dude is silky. Like Jesper Bratt moves like the Hughes brothers moves. And people, again, Devils fans know this.
Yeah.
Most other people do not know this. If you are on the go, super busy, grinding out all of your days, and you have no time to cook, Factor Meals is the only option for you. This stuff is giving you some of the best food that you could possibly imagine. Prepared meals designed by dietitians and crafted by chefs that are so easy to do. You just pop them in the microwave and then bang, you are eating like you're at a 5-star restaurant. It's unbelievable. There's quality, functional ingredients, including lean proteins, colorful veggies, whole food ingredients, and healthy fats. No refined sugars, no artificial sweeteners, no refined seed oils, meals that fit your goals and your schedule. It's healthy eating. It's whenever you need it. You don't have to go to the grocery store. You don't need all that prep time and cook time. It's on the go for you because you're on the go. You're a go-getter. You need a meal that is up to your standards and is in that same schedule for you. So Factor Meals is going to be the option for you every single time. You're going to head to factormeals.com/netters50off. That's NETTERS 50OFF and use code netters50off to get 50% off. That's insane. And you get free breakfast for a year. So eat like a pro this month with Factor. New subscribers only. Varies by plan. One free breakfast item per box for 1 year while subscription is active.
Get ready to cheer on USA Hockey with officially licensed apparel from Low Sport. From replica jersey hoodies to performance gear, vintage looks, hats, and more, Low Sport has you covered for the gold medal run. Use code EMPTYNETTERS at checkout for 10% off your purchase at Low Sport. They've got the replica jerseys from the Miracle. Those were sick. We had them on at the Germany game. They've got men's and women's 2026 stuff. And you can specialize in high-quality performance gear, vintage embroidered hoodies, and they carry toddler sizes all the way up to 5X. It ships really fast. You can get it in time for the medal rounds if you order right now. This business was started by a hockey guy, Gary Lowe. He was at Miracle on Ice. He was there at the gold medal game when he was 19, and last weekend he unveiled the life-size bronze statue of Herb Brooks at the Olympic Center in Lake Placid. So go check out his company, Low Sport Gear, and use that promo code EMPTYNETTERS for 10% off.
Okay, who's next?
Canada. I want to go to Canada.
So you want to go to Canada?
I want to go to Canada now.
You're like a
Sweden,
screenwriter.
Canada, yeah, exactly.
It's like we're in a Guy Ritchie film. We're going to the start to the back, middle,
it's
sack.
next chapter.
Next chapter, and then now we're going to come back.
Yep.
Hopefully they go to black and white here. And
we're going to have the transitions are going to be incredible.
Can't wait. I love it.
That's YouTube, baby.
That's YouTube.
Come on.
Okay. Connor is going to break these scoring records
Yeah,
already.
so let's talk about
what through the point thing.
So he set a record last night as the first player since NHL participants.
Yeah, that's where it always gets screwy.
Yeah. To have 3 points in 3 consecutive.
That's never been done.
That has never been done.
But 10 points in one Olympics.
He has 9 points. No, I think it's Jonathan Toews has 11.
Okay.
Is it 11 or is it 10?
It's 11.
It's 11.
But I'll give you a couple of them. So Crosby last night, which went quietly, went all-time Team Canada.
Yep.
Goal scorer
in Olympic career.
Yeah, in the Olympic career,
got it.
he passed Jerome McGinley. McDavid's already at 9. And it was 15.
What is Crosby? Okay,
It's
it's 15. Oh, yeah.
So McDavid's going to pass him in
This
tournament.
This
Tomorrow. This tournament, he's going to pass him.
It's 15. So Crosby has
With NHL players. Crosby's at 15 now.
and McDavid already has 9.
Has 9. Yeah.
And then Macklin's going to pass Connor.
Yeah.
In 4 Olympics.
Yeah, correct.
Which is amazing.
It's amazing.
Canada's so deep.
It's unfair. Connor coming. I mean, it's the most Connor stat of all time.
Yep.
2 goals, 7 assists is the most Connor stat of all time. Him doing this, obviously, in his first Olympic. Somehow quietly. It's like, I feel like if you...
think he's been quiet?
No.
He's truck sticked like 3
He has
people.
been hitting
Wait,
people.
so dude, I want to say
Most
Connor,
physical I've
But
ever
hold
seen
on, let's
him play.
wait to that. Because I don't want to get clipped here and say, like, Connor McDavid's been quiet, but I don't think...
they're going to clip
Too late.
They're going to clip the shit out of me. Connor McDavid hasn't... I don't think he's been like a bat out of hell scoring 1 million goals. He has 2 goals.
You're hungover.
But my point is, this is exactly what he does.
Yeah.
Like, he is the best player on the ice. He has 7 assists in 3 games and 2 goals on top of that. That is why it's the most Connor McDavid performance of all time, because it's like you could blink and miss what he's doing, and he is the best. And it's also, we talk about this every time. I said this last episode, so forgive me, listeners, for saying it again. I'll never get over watching him play hockey. Every single time he's on the ice, it's like nothing I've ever seen.
All right, he's going to go down as, I think, the best all time once he can knock a Stanley Cup out of there. But yeah, I mean, that poor Antoine Keller, the goaltender, gets put into the game. First shot is a breakaway from Connor McDavid. Poor kid's 20.
Kind of an all-time moment, though.
I mean, he's like, I just got absolutely.
Yeah.
There goes my groins. But yeah, what he's done and what he continues to do, and I think, the thing we said after like the second game was, even though it's best on best, and I say that knowing that Russia's not in the tournament, and it would be a completely different tournament. So, but I get it, for best on best right now, and what's available to us, he's still a cut above.
It's crazy.
Like he's still above all of that. And I thought it kind of, because I had at the start of this tournament, I had U.S. ahead because I said,
oh, interesting, yeah.
Out of this stage, because Canada will finish second because Swiss or Czech's going to give them a tough run.
game, yeah.
And I'm completely wrong. I was like, they look incredible, and because of large in part because of him.
Mm-hmm.
I mean,
well, that's what I was going to say. You're so right, and it's crazy that he is a cut above on this team too. Like
above, like better than Nate,
better than
Wild,
Sid, better than Mac, better than Kale. It's like, I'm like, holy shit, man! Like, this guy's a cut above all of them. It's crazy.
Yeah. Do you think Nate thinks that?
Nate, we interviewed Nate, and he said he was like, we're asking about Macklin, and he was like, Macklin's like going to be one of the best players, if not the best player in the league.
Yeah.
Like, that's from Nate. Nate won't say that if it's not. I think we all know. I think we all see it.
Yep.
I think they're different players. Obviously, Nate's more powerful. It's all different, but his IQ and what he can do with the puck and in tight spaces, and his speed, like, that's the thing is, you notice, like, his speed comparatively to the other guys.
It's a joke.
He's crazy.
Yeah, it's a joke.
He came, like, he's a mute. That guy he wakes up in the morning and he's eating pucks. He's, the guy doesn't, it's hockey. Like, and that's it. And people always go like, oh, I always tell parents and stuff like that, that'll be like, oh, my kid like loves Connor McDavid. Wants to be Connor McDavid. I'm like, you won't be.
No.
Because you cannot sacrifice that much and be that disciplined to be that. It's like a 1 in a million, 1 in a trillion, whatever you want to call it, bazillion, gajillion. It's just so impressive to watch. But I'm like, he's a maniac.
He's a maniac.
I love him.
It's like, I'll reference the Players Tribune article again. It's like, I loved he's like, I love hockey and all I want to do is play hockey and win. And
he wrote a manifesto
when he was like, when he
wrong with
goes,
this
if
guy?
that makes me a robot,
What's wrong
I'm a
with this
robot.
guy?
I was actually like, I don't get robot vibes from this. I get like, you are a savant.
Well,
And you were
like-
put on this earth to play hockey, and you are doing it better than anyone ever has.
my favorite part about the article was I thought it was going to go. When I started reading, I thought it was him going, "You all call me a hockey robot, but I'm not." Whatever.
I'm a
And
human. He's like, "No,
But it actually was.
I'm a goddamn
I am.
robot.
Yeah. Just leave me alone. I was like,
I
you know
am
what,
robot.
Dude? Yeah.
Stop.
you're-
The
Literally,
Will Smith movie all over again.
Yeah.
He's Sonny.
I
He's
robot.
Sonny. I'm calling him Sonny.
it's
from
literally like, just stop asking me questions.
Yeah.
I'm just gonna go back playing hockey. And we're like, oh,
He's the only player that has said that he's liked the schedule this year
Yeah.
Yeah.
He
because
loves
he
it.
likes playing. I'm like,
Yeah.
what?
Yeah.
Everyone's miserable.
People are like,
Yeah.
this is the worst schedule we've
Yeah.
ever had. I'm so tired. He's like, I love it. Can
This
we play
is great.
more?
Yeah.
Can we play 100
Maybe
games?
tighter.
Yeah.
Yeah. Can we get these
Yeah,
a little
yeah,
bit tighter?
together.
so they're nasty.
So
He's-
the Mac, when they go Mac, Connor, Nate.
Nuclear?
oh, it's so
Nuclear.
When they go nuclear?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Nuclear.
When they go
fun.
nuclear, it's
The fact that Sid is still so good.
Yep.
I think he's like second or he's third or something
So
on the team
smart.
of points.
Yep.
So
Hey,
smart.
well, that line is a well put together line.
Yep.
Yeah.
With Marner and Stone.
So good. It's
very
actually
good.
perfect. Remember, I had questions about that line.
Yeah,
I was
yeah.
like, is Stone,
No,
the
that's
guy
That's their
you want
second
with
line. They
Sid?
led all 5-on-5. They led everybody
Yeah.
in time on ice.
No,
because Sid's
it's a
going,
special
dude.
group. Special group.
Here's a question for you.
Let's
Next, if Sid is still playing next Olympics,
He's not playing excellent.
You don't think so? I think it might be.
Four's just a touch too long for me.
You think so? I think he's going to do 4. I think that'll be his last year.
I think it would be miraculous if he were playing
Like-
the next Olympics. I'm not ruling it out though.
If he plays the next Olympics, I'm hitting him with my car.
Yeah.
Because that means I retired way too early.
That's where we need to intervene.
That's where,
what
like-
you're doing is unacceptable.
Hey,
You
no.
are
Stop it.
You're making us all look like assholes.
Go home.
Please, just sit on your couch.
Yes,
Watch
please do.
one. Watch one
Yes,
from the TV.
That's
pal.
it.
So here's my question. If Sid's still in the NHL and he's a 60-point guy, do you take him or do you go?
Yeah,
100
he's at every Olympics until he retires. But we're
Correct.
saying what we're saying.
Yeah.
You are throwing some hypotheticals.
Well, because this is
out
my
there.
question. And because Red asked me this, and I was like, wow, that's an interesting thought. And then would Sid even keep playing in the NHL if he's a 60-point guy? Like if he ever
If
is
he
like,
wants
"Oh,
to play in one more Olympics, I'm like, why does he should just come out here and play in Bolzano or go play somewhere in
Yeah.
Italy or
yeah.
or
That
go
would
play in
actually be
France for
awesome,
4
dude.
years and just like
and then
but no one hear about it, but he's just playing in like some Division 7 league
That
in,
would be
in
so
like
good.
Austria, living on a beach and
Lighting
like,
it
I'm
up,
coming
yeah.
out, guys.
Yeah. Here's my thing.
takes the train down.
Bearded, like
I
castaway.
don't think Sid has the capability of being a 60-point guy.
Right.
Like if he plays till he's 42, he will still score 82 points.
He's a like he's another Connor of like
Yes.
he's a robot.
He just wants to play
loves
Yeah.
loves hockey.
That's why I think he'll
Yeah.
do it.
Yeah.
Dude.
He might.
Okay. Celebrini.
There's nothing to say.
generational.
He's generational. He is.
I can't believe he's doing
He
this.
is. I was going to wait for the USA chat to talk about this. It is as good as USA hockey is, and as great as many great young players
Oh,
as
yeah,
we
this is
have.
funny. Yeah.
We're never. It's unfair. It's like you've got Macklin, Celebrini. You've already got Connor, Nate, Kale on this team. You had Sid on this team. Now you've got Macklin. You've got Connor Bedard sitting there at home waiting, and he'll be in the next Olympics. You've got Gavin McKenna about to be the number 1 pick. It's like, give us
Leave us
one.
alone, dude.
Macklin is
Seats taken.
Yeah.
like raised in the U.S., went to a U.S. college. Like, give it him to us.
We should get Mac.
It's bullshit. This should
Give us
be
Mac.
a hostile takeover situation.
Listen, it's not so much Macklin, it's Big Dick Rick.
Yeah. Correct.
The man.
Dick
Did
Rick
you see him
Celebrini.
after the
man
shootout?
has
You wanna talk about
penalty
aura?
shot, the
I want to
penalty
talk about
shot?
gold, the golden
About
seed.
aura.
there.
That man just pumps him out.
It's and the video of him just, I think we posted it on the story before that shootout, was just like staring with his, he looked like Jamie Lannister. It was
Yeah.
That was the
unbelievable.
silkiest shootout goal to go 7-hole.
Did you
To
see?
go on the wing, the
Did
chicken
you
wing.
see Dewey gave him shit?
But what's that?
Dewey was like, I
Yeah.
told him the move sucked.
I thought that was so cheeky
Yeah.
because he was
Shifting.
going 7-hole and not going where typically they go low blocker,
Right,
and
yeah.
he made him bite on the low blocker
Yeah.
and open up the wing. That was so
that's the
cheeky.
easiest
I was
shit.
like, he change upped. He pulled that little low blocker, but it was like a change up. I was like, are you Like that was having fun.
Yeah.
Like that's a move that if it doesn't work, looks awful. It's in the chest.
Yeah.
But he literally got this goalie to
Did you
chicken
know
wing.
that in the Olympics, anyone can take
Yeah.
the
Yeah,
shot?
I heard them. I didn't know that, but I heard the
And
answer.
Coop saying they were like looking down the bench, like who's going to take this? And Coop said he looked out and just saw Macklin skate in circles in the center, and he was like, "All right,
Yeah.
he's going."
They pointed to the, for the penalty shot, and that whole bench, all the guys, the smiles, and they all jumped up, and they're all looking at Coop like he's going, he's going,
Yeah.
and they were so excited. Every guy was standing up on that bench, and it was 6-1.
I know.
That's how much what this kid's done. Like you root for this.
Oh,
kid,
you're watching
man. You
on
love,
the
like,
bench.
This kid's he's such a good kid.
Oh, I mean, obviously, friend of the
19.
program. He's the
19.
best kid. He's my son. He's the best kid in the world.
Second on the team in points.
Yeah.
It's so stupid.
And
People
it's-
were like, we shouldn't bring him. Leave him home.
I
He shouldn't make the team.
called the mini sit at the starting of the season, and
Yeah.
people were like, "You're crazy."
Yeah.
You're
Oh
an
no, we did the
absolute
same
idiot.
thing.
Yeah.
I
was
said
like,
quarter way through the season, I was like,
better
"He's
than
my
Sid.
MVP." Yeah, it's
No, not yet. I can't say that.
Calm down,
Sid.
dude.
Sorry, Sid.
clipped.
Yeah.
Clipped.
But it's we talk about it all the time. No moment is too big for this kid.
He's just having fun.
He scores in every debut of his career, truly at every level.
He's a robot too. Though.
Yeah, but
Like,
he's not. That's the crazy thing is he's.
Oh, he is.
He's a robot in that he loves hockey. It's all he thinks about. But he is so normal and fun.
No, I mean, his personality is
Yeah.
infectious. Like,
Yeah.
He's hilarious.
and I think Will Smith has helped that a
I
lot
agree.
because he was very serious in year one, and I think Will Smith has pulled it out of him, and he's understanding that like, oh,
I can
it's
do
a game,
both.
I can be fun, and
Yeah.
but like he's dialed.
He's
in,
a hybrid,
man.
dude.
When
It's unbelievable.
those two were in LA, I don't think I've told this story on the pod, but they're in LA one night and they were looking for a dinner. They had like they were just early dinner, like can't see you guys. We have a curfew, whatever. So we send them to this spot in Venice that we like.
Oh,
And
shout out to Venice.
Yeah.
Shout out to
Boom,
Venice.
LA.
Yeah.
So we go to the restaurant and I talk to the manager and I'm like, hey, I have a couple friends coming in. This is their reservation. We'll take care of the bill. And
Wow, what a veteran move, but you
Yeah.
never did that with me ever.
correct.
Yeah.
You guys
Sexist
visit.
shit.
Where do you think we're going after this?
Yeah.
I can't tell.
No, yeah.
When will this air?
We'll have burned that place to
Yeah,
the
yeah.
ground.
Okay, Il Salame di Monte Napoleon. Come on now.
I leave the card or whatever, and I didn't realize that they would email me the itemized
Yeah, they sent us the receipt
receipt. So,
of what they got.
and dude, I was dying because
Did they run it up?
No, because
No,
first of all,
no.
they're 19.
It's
They
like
can't even
it was
drink.
like aquapanas.
Dude, so I'm looking at their dinner, and it's like 2 steaks, a couple sides, whatever, and then like a chocolate lava cake for both.
A couple of them. A couple chocolate lava cakes.
Isn't that's a sick, like, I don't know if you did that on purpose, but like ordering, like buying somebody's dinner to find out
What
who
they
they
get.
are
Yeah,
on
yeah.
the
Yeah,
inside
yeah.
a little bit. Like, so when like,
Gave us a little
that's
insight
pretty,
into
that's wow. You're
They-
like
they
a
were
serial
rattled,
killer.
too.
I thought you were Christian Bale
Yeah.
and Patrick Bateman, but
Bateman.
he's
Dennis
Bateman.
Reynolds.
It was
Yeah,
my
no, yeah,
it was
Dennis
my
Reynolds.
idea, but he was the one analyzing the
Yeah.
the
That
receipt,
is
which is
sick,
great.
though. I got to do that once.
Dude,
at
keep
some
that
You
in
know
your
what was
holster,
funny too
yeah.
is like we texted them after and we were like lava cakes, huh, boys? And they were so rattled.
Yeah,
They were like,
like,
"Oh
oh,
shit!"
you
like you
got
guys
that.
You
know.
exposed me, and now you exposed
Yeah,
them
not
again.
dead,
Lava
not
cakes.
dead.
Oh, I'm gonna get them.
The fellas, yeah.
The nickname, call them lava
Oh,
cakes.
so
The
good.
lava cake boys.
Last thing on Canada, what does Wilson get suspended?
No, he's no,
it's fine.
supplemental.
It's already
No,
fine.
No, he's fine.
Okay, yeah.
He's fine.
I kind of love that.
I mean,
Yeah.
What is it? Yeah, you hate to love him, love to hate him.
Yeah,
But when he's on your team,
I've
are
said
kissing that man on the forehead.
I've
before
said
he
a
goes to
million
bed every
times.
night.
I'm not a Caps fan. He's one of my favorite players in the league, and I think
Yes.
I think I say the same thing about Marchand, about Sam Bennett. I don't care if you were a fan of the rival team. You need to change your mindset on guys like this. Like appreciate how insanely valuable that type of player is.
Yeah,
It's crazy.
I tell people he's the only guy in the league. I never cut deals. There's a couple guys I played with. They used to cut deals where they come to the face-off. Oh, what's up, buddy? How you doing?"
Yeah.
And then you turn around, they cross-check you in the low back.
Yeah.
It's the only guy I ever cut a deal with. I had a chance at like going out with him one night, so I went out with him and was like, he's a great guy. He's an awesome guy. And
Oh, yeah.
he's
the best.
I text him every now and again and just be like, hey, congrats, keep going. And we get out. We're in a game. It was like 2 months later.
Yeah.
We're in a game and I'm going back for the puck and I'm wheeling the net and all I hear is like I kind of see him coming, but I'm like, oh my gosh, shit, he's gonna hit me. So I rim it, and but I hear him just being like, hey, like heads up.
Heads up.
Yeah.
So I like kind of like boom, I move and I get to I'm like, hey, thanks, man. And he goes, don't worry, you're on my no-hit list. And I was like, wait, you got a no-hit list?
tell me
Who's on it?
Yeah.
And I want to know who's on it.
And how do I stay on
I was
it?
like, how do I stay on it? I'm like, oh, guy, I got to the bench. I'm like, thank God I'm on Tom's no-hit list.
Yeah.
Dude,
The
the
rest
rest
of
the bench,
this,
everybody's like, what the hell just happened? Why didn't he kill you?
why didn't he kill you? I'm like, I'm on the no-hit list, guys. I don't know what you guys did, but I'm on the I bought him a drink.
After the game, he gives you a gold card.
Yeah, he's like, here you go. Redeem for one free pass on a hit.
Do not lose this.
Do not.
Oh, that
Yeah.
is
If you
fantastic.
whack me, you're
Yeah.
dead.
Yeah.
Before you move on, I just think the scariest thing for Canada for me is like everyone's going.
Yeah.
And it's like it's the way they beat up on teams. Like everyone's on the score sheet. Everyone looks good.
It feels like they could only lose if the bad Binner game comes, but that doesn't look like
not
it's coming
coming.
because he's been
The
incredible.
scariest thing for Canada is that Bennington turned the light switch on.
Yeah.
That's the scariest
I'm
thing.
like-
if you're in this tournament, you're like, are you kidding me?
And
Oh,
there was
it's a
zero
nightmare.
doubt. There was zero doubt about it. It was like the second he was starting.
We all doubted.
I was going to say, I had doubt. I was like,
we all
we'll
doubt,
see.
but like the team didn't. But like,
Yeah.
I think we all at one point were like,
I think we doubted it going
he's been-
in.
Yeah.
But like the second, for me at least, we went to that first game. Just like seeing him out there, I was like, he's gonna have a shutout.
Yeah.
Like it's God. Sorry, I keep dropping F-bombs.
Yeah.
We got to bleep these.
I love a good bleep though.
I think bleeps are so
They're
funny.
funny.
Yeah.
They're
It's the
funny.
best.
No, he is, but like I just saw him and I was like, yeah, he's gonna do it. He's just he turns into a different guy, and he's done it again. So beware everyone who's playing.
Yeah, them and their decor, I think, was the two.
Yeah.
Sorry, Benner and the decor was kind of the question marks. And the decor's been good. I mean, they're playing Kale and Devon Taves a lot.
Yeah.
Like they're
Yeah.
playing
As
big
you should.
minutes. Yeah, because you have to lean
Ride
on
your
them,
horses,
'cause I
you know?
think, and we heard Josh Morrissey's potentially back for the quarters.
Yeah,
might
and
be back in the
Marshy,
tournament.
There's
yeah.
a big.
Yeah.
Are we about to go into USA?
Yep.
Yes,
Okay,
okay.
because this is
Finish
a
there.
perfect transition into USA. I think the big thing for both of these teams is they. No disrespect to Czechia. You haven't played each other. You haven't
Yeah.
played a monster team yet. And my big questions are what will Canada's defense look like against a team like USA or against a team like Sweden or Finland? And what will certain guys on the US who have looked fantastic look like against a team like Canada?
Yep.
So going into US, give us our talking points. But I've thought Quinn Hughes, much like Connor McDavid, is like everyone watches Canada and you just can't. I think a lot of U.S. fans who are getting a dose of Quinn Hughes for the first time are blown away with how good this guy is. And I think Jack Hughes, credit me, has been unbelievable. And that I think the big thing about Four Nations with Jack Hughes last year was you're playing Canada, Sweden, Finland. And people are like, oh, he's getting a little bit beat up. So I wonder, can he keep this up?
Okay, so I got two for you there. So why has Jack been better? Brock Nelson.
Thank
best-
you.
he-
He's the
he's-
best player on the team.
He
Brock
is
Nelson is my MVP for USA.
unbelievable.
No, right. I think right now, I mean that first line as a whole has been great.
Yep.
It's Eichel.
And Austin's been
great, but
I want
Very
to get
good.
to Austin. I want to
We'll
get
get to
Austin.
Jordy
Yeah.
Barstool.
Yeah,
yeah.
But
I
no,
think it's Eichel. to be
but
fair.
I think they've found a good balance. I think the only guy they were I think Keller has to stay in over Connor. I think they wanted to go with Kyle Connor, and I do agree that he does have that kind of perimeter escapability. But without top power play time, Kyle Connor is very good on the power play.
Yeah.
I think he's had a hard time adjusting those minutes. I think Keller
he's perfect.
just provides more. I just think he's going to provide more on the offense, and I think he can create, and I think this kind of style. But no, Jack with Brock and JT, that was the best line for first two games.
Yep.
Like that was like the most consistent, because I think
agree.
at times like the factor of, I've been trying to dub them the espresso line, the Brady Tkachuk line,
yeah.
because they just shot a life
Yeah.
when you need it. But Jack's been good, but again, I do agree. I need to see him against Sweden is going to be
That's
that
the
game is
That's the game, dude.
that's for them. If they beat Sweden, then I'm like, okay,
Yeah.
like okay, this team that Bill Guerin put together, and everybody you talk to everybody's like Sweden,
Yeah.
like
Yeah.
for
Yikes.
US.
Oh, I'm
they're
telling
all
you,
like
it is the nightmare quarterfinal game
And
or
that's
semifinal game, whatever it was.
not even sniffing a medal. Then you go home, then you build that team, those specific choices, and you go home not even sniffing a medal, which was a bad break with the seeding.
Yeah.
But
the pressure goes
yes, dude,
Way up.
massive.
now. It goes up. They got the day off,
Way
and
up.
they're gonna watch. And the problem is they're gonna watch Sweden beat the Tires.
Yep. Yeah.
And now they're like, okay, we got a day. But we saw their game plan last night against a team like Germany who has some NHL players.
Oh yeah.
It's Matthew and Brady going to run around and try to knock off the top line.
Yep.
And then those other guys will play offense. But those guys will try to provide offense, but they're kind of a shutdown line. And Matthew even told us, he's like, we were there to kind of shut down Leon.
Yeah.
And he's like, that's what we're going to do going forward. So they're going to get the top line. But Sweden's deep.
Yeah. Oh,
Very
yeah,
deep.
for sure. No,
So they're going to have
roll
to
it.
rely on the Jack Hughes, that Brock Nelson, Jack Hughes line.
Yeah, you can't do nothing. Like you guys are important in this game,
And
no question.
Sorry, my second point, you mentioned Quinn Hughes. Only thing I've disagreed with you ever. I think he's been great, but this is for people that don't know Zach Werenski. And Zach Werenski
don't disagree with me.
He's been their best defenseman.
We were at a dinner with some of the Bauer guys last night, and I was like, everyone goes, Kale's the best defenseman in the league. Who's next? Quinn.
Still the best.
And and I was like, Zach Werenski is the next best. I think Zach moves.
He's moved up.
Yep.
Rasmus, Dahlin, and Zach have
shot way up.
Started
way
to come up.
Werenski is, good God Almighty.
Love Heiskanen.
Yeah.
I think he's
Me
better
too.
than Heiskanen.
Yeah.
So same, and you look at what he's doing in the NHL with a team that
Leading
is-
their team in points.
It's insane.
Yeah.
It's legitimately MVP vote caliber.
Yeah.
Where I'm going, look at this. Look what's happening right here.
Dude, he's so good. It's crazy. And it's I just love the shape of USA's D.
Yes, we got to
I
bleep
do.
that one.
Flip that one. Shape of the D.
I love the shape of USA's D.
They're big and fast.
yeah.
I think Quinn and McAvoy together is so perfect. It's unbelievable. I also want to give a shout out to the people on Twitter. There's all the jokes about Quinn just like disassociating and seeing ghosts. There's a clip from last night's game where McAvoy's doing it too, and someone was like, "Oh God,
Yeah, yeah.
He's rubbing off.
Yeah,
he's infected him." They're both just like
Wonder what he
staring.
thinks of, like candy or puppies.
I wonder too. I think that all the time. We see him get on the bench. Like after a shift, he like flops over the boards.
He goes full body on top of the boards.
He's like,
He's,
oh.
he's the most unique guy
I
in
know.
the world. I love Quinner
He's a
so
blob
much.
that just like his whatever aliens inside him running the controls just leaves.
Yeah.
But no, like their decor is what's going to be able to skate with Team Canada.
Yeah.
That is
100%.
where they built the roster to skate with them. The other D that I have to give a shout out to is one I've loved since I played him in 2022 is Jake Sanders.
Sandy, yeah. I
He
thought you were going to
started
say
playing
Sandy.
low minutes and it's just going tick, tick,
Yeah.
tick, tick. He's going up. He's playing. When he started the tournament, he was like the scratch.
Yeah.
yeah.
And now he's playing
Oh yeah.
more and more minutes every night.
He's got a howitzer on him, huh?
Big.
He can shoot the puck. Like he's let a couple go.
He shot.
He's
Yeah.
got one of the biggest. This is the analytics side, like one of the biggest speed bursts in the NHL.
Yeah, yeah.
Does he
It's
really?
fast.
That's cool.
Yeah,
First three steps.
He
Yeah.
gets going and like
Yeah.
when he gets the puck at the blue line and he does that couple steps into his shot. He's let a couple of snaps off that I've been like, holy shit.
Yeah, it's good pump. He's
Yeah.
good.
He
He's
really
been
does.
my favorite. So he's been my Slavin of Four Nations. Like Slavin, everybody was like,
Slavin's
oh,
just
he's so good.
Slavin. He's hurt.
For
Yeah,
sure,
he's
for
100%.
sure. Yeah.
He's one that might be
Yep.
after this.
Yeah.
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 That's
It's not
Sorry,
great.
Carolina.
Not
Yeah.
great for Carolina.
But Sanderson's been one where I think a lot of hockey fans, but US fans especially, are going to leave this tournament going, Jake Sanderson's pretty sick.
oh yeah, yeah.
That
player.
happened to
I said-
Slavin at Four Nations. Yeah.
I'm glad you said what you said because we kind of did that in our preview of like who's and
coming up
I said
already, yeah.
Keller was one of my
Yeah.
guys. I think Keller is he's playing in Arizona forever. Now he's playing in Utah, and obviously Utah is a great fan base, but Utah's not yet necessarily one of the. If you're a casual fan, I'm going to tune into a Mammoth game. I think last night against Germany was pretty great for people being like, "Whoa, Clayton Keller is a pretty good player."
He can hang with these guys, and I think I talked to him a little bit after off camera. Just I love that kid. Like
Yeah,
I was at the start of the league. Like that kid to me is like he's
He's amazing.
it's like my little brother. Like even if I don't have to talk to him, I just root for him so much. So it's like when I saw him and he was like, yeah. I was like, how was it? I'm like, you're not used to playing this low minutes, hey? And he's like, the thing was, he's like, I haven't practiced
Oh, funny.
with the
Yeah,
guys.
Yeah.
Oh shit!
So he's like, I'm
Yeah.
coming to the game, and I'm like, I haven't seen any of the guys like line rushes, nothing. So he's
Yeah.
like, I'm sitting here like, what the? He's like, what's going on? And he's
Yeah.
like, but he's like, it felt good as the game went on. And I'm like, I think he did enough to stay in the lineup. I think against Sweden, we'll see what happens.
Yeah. All right, let's talk Matthews.
Yep. Shutting people up.
Do you like that?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I had enough. I had put a bleep in here. I had a enough. Like I'm like, give the guy a goddamn break.
I agree,
like
man.
he just came here. Like he has to eat it in Toronto. And like I've I'll be hard on him if I have to be at times. And like, again, it's like kind of the Willie, like that is who Austin is.
Yep.
Austin is not a guy that's going to go rah-rah, but everybody's going in that game against Denmark. Oh, it's Brady and it's Matthew.
Yeah.
No, it's the moment when in front of the net, somebody cross-checked Austin Matthews and he turned around and he took a penalty.
Yeah.
And that flipped the
and
game.
it was 3-on-1.
Yep.
And it was 3-on-1.
And I saw
And
someone
I went,
say,
you know what? I said, all of you.
Yeah.
Like, I'm like, there's the moment
Yeah.
for Team USA.
We, as everyone has, like you said, when he needs to be, like we've been hard on him, we've been critical of his
all have.
playoff performances,
Yeah.
and I mean, we were even talking about our lineups like going into this, and like with the year he's had, people are like, well, where should he even play? And then he's named captain again. He's put on a top line, and you're like, okay, let's see what you can do. But that's what you have to do is say, let's see what you can do, and he has done everything he needs to.
He's leading him in goals.
Leading the team in points, leading the team in goals, and he has had those moments. That 3-on-1 moment where he's given it to those guys, I was like, I haven't seen him do that in a Leaf sweater in a long time, maybe ever. So for every U.S. fan, he has done everything and more you could have asked.
As a captain. And he's not the guy. Why would you can't have 9. I mean, we'd love to maybe have 20 Brady's or Chucks, but that'd just be everybody yelling on the bench, barking like wild animals.
We can get a word in.
So many chirps. God,
so many. Like Austin, somebody has to kind of, again, and it just for me it was funny. Like of all the things to set me off, because I was like scrolling through Twitter, and then the one thing that set me off was this dunce on Barstool, who I think the 90% of them are dunces. I think, listen, they put out great content. They're dunces. But he's like, Austin Matthews can't win a face-off. I'm like, the guy's 70% the first 2 games. He sucked last game. He was like 20%, but he scored 2 goals. So kiss my ass. So I just was like, he's 65% game 1, 72% game 2. I was like, go watch curling. You know nothing about hockey. And then the guy brought up some tweet about that Jamie Benn put out about me. I don't know if you ever heard this story, because so I went at him, and then he goes, do you bunch mocks? Because Jamie Benn made this post years ago.
I remember.
To me,
I remember.
And I was like, yeah, you don't?
Yeah.
So I was like, what? And then everybody's in the cons like, you're outing yourself for not bunching mocks, which people can make their own assumptions
decipher
what that is.
Decipher,
I'm like, what, you don't?
Come on. What's wrong with you?
What's wrong with you?
Yeah.
No, so I just like had a moment. I was just like just give him
enough.
I'm like, it's the prelims. If in the Sweden game he disappears, come for him.
Yes.
But you're playing goddamn Denmark.
It's also
they're sitting 5 back in the neutral zone.
Yeah. It's also the stand by your guy. It's we're at the Olympics. You're a U.S. fan. Like
cut him. They're like,
he's playing well.
Strip the C.
He's playing well.
I'm like,
that one. I'm like,
doing dude,
because that's gonna happen.
Yeah. I'm so pumped for him, man, because of everything you just said. He takes this all the time. Yeah. Everyone loves that Eichel Chuck line, but so do I. It's amazing. But Austin Matthews, and you said this the other day when he joined the league, I definitely was drinking the U.S. Kool-Aid and was like, we're having a Nate Matthews Connor conversation. Yeah, we're not. He's one step down from that. But he's right. He's there though.
And listen, that's where it gets tough. I'm like, do I put him in like? I think Eichel is like jumped him.
Yep.
Yeah.
But again, I think Austin is a very, he's an elite hockey player.
Yeah, and the beauty of this team is I don't need him to be Connor. Like I love that it's like, I think Eichel's jumped him too, but I love that they're both awesome. And Quinn's awesome. Zach's awesome. Jack is awesome. Like it's a great team. And the Tkachuk brothers are, I just love the fact that Brady scored the first goal for the U.S. assisted by Matthew. They're just right back to doing everything.
Barking like
do.
Dude, losing
javelinas.
There's 2 things that I want to say. I said this to you in the Germany game. I think with a lot of injury, Matthew has been a few years removed from his 100-point season.
Yeah,
and he's been injured, but he's still way over a point per game. Yeah. I think people kind of forget how good Matthew is, and I don't think he gets enough credit for how great of a distributor he is. He passes the puck so well. I think he's got 5 assists right now.
Yeah.
And he can dish it with the best of them. And I don't think that's necessarily what people immediately think about with his game. But I want to know what you guys thought of the bridesmaid chirp. Did we like that chirp?
That's tough. Poor Leon, man. Yeah. I'm like, what my thought was initially, my reaction as a hockey player was like, you're chirping me we have 4 NHLers and you have 21, and you're sitting here chirping me, and I'm like,
I know.
like, get a life, dude. But
yeah.
in the moment, his job was when we talked to him after the game, which gave me context. It was like he was there to shut down Leon, so Leon doesn't go full Leonidas.
Yeah,
and
which
score
is
10
which is
points
possible.
because
Yeah.
he could still do it.
Yeah.
He
Oh,
has
you
the
sure can.
capabilities.
Yeah.
But he just frustrated him, and they did what they had to do, and those are those two
And
guys.
that's part of it. Yeah.
And of course, they're mic'd up for it
Yeah.
because it's just incredible. But like he has no it's crazy because like as a player, like I remember playing against him, and I chase him around the ice and try to kill him, and we had good battles, Arizona, Calgary, and when Johnny was there, rest in peace and all that. But like I just hated him. So it's like as a player, I'm sitting up there and I'm like, oh, you suck. Like I'm on that Germany bench, like I'm waiting and taking a run at him in the middle of the ice and taking his head off.
Yeah.
But it's like I'm like, okay, as a media person, like dial it back. I'm like, that's pretty funny.
Yeah.
That's
Right.
I'm like, what a douchebag. Like, it's pretty funny.
There are two things. One,
Poor Leon.
he
Or
gets out
frickin'
the
Leon.
chirp.
Oh.
He gets out the chirp, and the fact that Brady's standing there behind him going like this, yeah.
Yeah.
He's like what's the Key and Peele sketch?
Yeah.
He's the hype guy.
Yeah.
But he's like he does the T-Rex.
Yeah,
That's
it's like
literally.
he's like the two kids from A Christmas Story. Like he's like the little one behind him, just egging it on. But I need to know what Leon said because he's like smiling and laughing, and I'm so curious what he said to that. But yeah, he must be like, "Are you shitting me?"
He's like, dude. He's like,
Give me a
it's
break.
Leave me alone.
it's me, Stutzla,
I mean,
Paterka, and cider. Like,
I would
go-
also love to never see Matthew Tkachuk again if I was Leon Draisaitl.
If I were any
That's
member
what I
of
said.
the
That's what I
Edmonton
think. I
Oilers,
said, poor Leon.
Yeah, he's like, dude.
He's gonna deal with Matthew everywhere he goes.
Oh,
He,
it's
like he saw the
terrible.
groups and he was like, "Come on."
I'm surprised he didn't. I was waiting to see if he would maybe
feed him one. Yeah,
feed him one.
Yeah, I thought so
That'd have
too.
been sick.
All right, what else we got?
Okay, I want to take. So this will be people who listen to this Tuesday morning.
Okay.
So
Oh shit!
these games will be happening
And
imminently.
we will have burned the city down.
Yeah,
sure,
correct,
yeah.
correct. Okay, so Tuesday matchups are in. Who you got? France, Germany
Germany.
Germany's gonna
Yeah.
goes through.
Germany's
Agreed.
got an interesting path too.
Yeah,
I know. Which
Because
is
Slovakia hasn't played a bad game yet.
I agree.
yep. Italy, Switzerland,
Switzerland.
Swiss for
Swiss
Kevin.
can't miss.
For Kevin.
Swiss can't miss for Kevin.
Leonardo Giannoni.
Czechs, Denmark,
Czechs.
Sweden, Latvia.
I think the Czechs will win that game, but I think that that's going to be a very fun game to watch.
Yeah.
Denmark was
playing good hockey.
Denmark was feisty.
Every
Good
game's
team.
tight.
Yep.
Yeah, Denmark
They're
was feisty.
big too.
Yeah, they're very big.
That Danish team is big.
Yep.
We talked to Nikolai Ehlers. They have like a D-man on that team, that big D-man who looks like he's a beer league guy. He's been at like 40 Olympics.
Yeah.
And like world championships.
In multiple events.
He's been like since like 2010. He's been like going to like all the world championships
Yeah,
and
yeah,
like
yeah.
he's just been around. Because I was like, how do you like lead this team? He's like, I don't lead. He's like, these guys have been here like 30 years.
Yeah. That's so
He's
awesome.
like, I'm a newcomer here.
Yeah, exactly.
Incredible. And then Sweden, Latvia, everyone's got Sweden.
Sweden's gonna dog walk him.
Yeah. Before the
I'm
tournament started.
I'm terrified about that. I think Sweden might win that game like 7-0, and we're like, oh Jesus Christ.
Yeah. Before the tournament started, I had Canada gold, U.S. silver, Czechs bronze. You had U.S. gold, Canada silver, Sweden bronze.
Yep.
Redo it now, and I want your predictions top three.
Well, I was talking to somebody because I do the whole Charlie Day thing where I'm like, what about this? Like,
Yeah.
my wild scenario is like Germany wins, they beat Slovakia, and then they're in the semifinals against, and then it gets reseeded,
Yeah,
and
they
they'll be against Canada,
Yep.
and then they'll end up playing like a bronze medal game. Germany
That'd be sweet.
against U.S. will get Sweden.
JD's like Germany beats Canada.
Yeah.
Imagine that, like just
Well,
the
Leon
fuck
Connor,
on its
that's
head.
kinda crazy.
Leon
That's
Connor
cool.
That
in
would
the
actually
semis.
that would be gas.
That's actually
Be
pretty
semi,
sick.
I can't put my foot up. No, but I think right now, man, no one's talking about Finland, and I watch them.
I completely.
Their
agree.
game is
Yeah.
like, and throughout the 11-0, like even that first game against Slovakia, they outshot them
Big time.
40
Yeah,
to
yeah, big time.
20. They just couldn't get a save, and
Yeah.
and Halavai played the game of his life.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like they should have went 3-0 Finland.
Yeah.
Fair.
I
Actually.
So
think-
I'm like, like
Yeah.
no
And
one's
hold
saying a
on,
word.
They're the 3 seed right now, right? Or no, they're the 4 seed.
They're the
'Cause-
4
yeah, yeah.
seeds.
because Slovakia is the
So
thing.
they're gonna
So if it's chalk into the semis,
they get Canada.
Canada.
Yeah.
Like that, it's lining up for Canada, Finland, Sweden, U.S.
Yep.
And that is an interesting development.
Four Nations.
It's Four Nations again. Wow,
If that,
we're at Four Nations
if that
again.
happens,
you know what everybody's going to say?
Gary is just sitting like this, and he's
Like, I told you.
Got it right, folks.
Got it right. I told you.
Yeah. God, the guy is a wizard.
But U.S. is going to get Sweden in the quarters, though. Is that right? Like, I think
U.S. gets Sweden in the
in the
quarters.
That's correct.
Yeah. So that's tough.
Oh yeah, that's
Because one
where.
of them's
Sorry,
out.
that's where. Yeah, it's,
Yeah.
Sorry, Sweden or it's Slovakia or Germany that will make it to the
like
semis.
officially.
Right.
so
is that
so it's
right?
going to be
Yeah.
Slovakia, Germany. So
Interesting.
Sweden or U.S. So if you're picking Sweden or U.S. to medal,
Yeah,
one's gone.
One's gone.
Yeah,
One's not meddling.
officially, Sweden or U.S. is not meddling.
Crazy.
That
That's
is crazy, dude.
And I think it sucks. I hate to see it, but it's
I'm
That's why
going.
you-
the breaks. Yeah.
I'm going with Sweden. I'm going to take a flyer. I'm going to say Canada gold.
Yep.
I'm going to.
Don't do it.
He's going to, dude. I know.
Don't do it.
I can't do it. I can't. Canada gold, U.S. silver, and I'm going to say. I think I'm going to go just a flyer. I'm going to say Finland bronze.
I don't even need to go. It's the same for me.
Okay.
I think Finland looks. 11-0. I know it was Italy, but
So that's my.
yeah.
So that is my what I think. But my Bizarro world is
Germany.
Finland wins gold.
Yeah.
Sweden wins silver,
Oh, love.
and
That would honestly be
Canada.
if we had a
bronze.
Finland, Sweden gold medal.
Slovakia or Germany wins bronze.
Yeah, if U.S. and Canada don't matter.
They don't.
That's
matter.
your
Can you
bizarre
imagine?
world.
Bizarre world is like
okay.
we're all sitting here like
Okay, I like
what
it.
just
happened?
and Gary's like no.
I like it. My bizarre world is Sweden gold. Like that Slovakia
Yeah.
game gave Sweden all the juice they need. So Sweden goes on and wins gold. Canada gets upset by
Finland.
Because Finland, they catch them in the semis, right?
Catch them in
That's
the
thing.
semis.
Yeah.
yeah.
So Sweden beats Finland in the gold medal. game.
Yes, rematch. That's why it's hard to beat a team twice. Dude.
Yeah, hard to beat
Four
two-
nations.
Hard to beat two twice. Yeah.
Looking for nations. So yeah,
So Finland, Sweden in the final.
Finland, Sweden final.
Then Canada plays Germany
Germany in the
And-
bronze
and
medal
wins the
and
bronze.
loses and loses.
and loses. to
Connor and
Leon.
Leon. Connor and Leon
I
play
like
against
Bi-
each other for the
I
first
like
time
Bizarro
ever.
world.
Me
Yeah,
too.
yeah.
I'm rooting for this now.
Connor and Leon play against each other for the first time ever, and it messes with Connor's programming so bad that he doesn't know what to do.
Yep.
Germany wins. So we
Asks
get-
for a trade.
Yeah.
Hates Leon.
Yeah. I can't live with this man.
Can't live with him. Huge trade. Goes to LA. LA
destroys
wins
Edmonton.
the cup.
Yeah.
LA wins the cup.
LA wins the
last
cup.
year.
And because now they have all of the Kevin Fiala money.
Oh,
Guys.
this is perfect.
Unbelievable.
This is
Bizarro
perfect. This is
world.
perfect.
We haven't. I mean, Slovakia with Juraj Slapkowski. What
Yeah.
he's doing.
It's been really fun.
Took note.
Really fun.
Fantastic. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, here's my last thing. Explain to me why we are in Italy,
Yeah.
and I'm not even a huge beer guy. You know, just like I'd rather a cocktail or something else. And I had a beer 2 nights ago that was one of the most delicious Italian pilsners I've ever had in my life.
Molto bene.
Explain to me why that's available in this country. And I go to the game, and the only thing that you can drink at the
How did
at
this
the
happen?
hockey game
Corona.
are tiny
My
Coronas.
Corona.
What happened?
No offense, Corona. They're not
Some
a sponsor,
offense,
so
Corona. I'm like,
whatever.
what is going on?
It is the craziest thing in the world to me that Corona is the only drink option there. How can I not get an Italian red at this game?
Can you imagine? You're a Czech or Eastern European guy, drink the best beers. You pay all this money to come to a hockey game. You walk in and you go, "On Swansbia."
Yeah.
And what do you have? We only got Corona.
And they're
And
tiny.
they're this big.
And
what?
And they're €7.
But I tell you what, they've found a way to get themselves blacked out. Because
Yeah, they sure did.
Oh, for sure. Yeah.
Yeah.
they're
Shout out.
20. They're drinking 20 at a time.
You can buy 4 at a time, and I've seen them come by doing the claw. They got a finger in each one. No, yeah, it's so good. That has been the most baffling thing to me because we'll go to these games, and I'm like, oh, USA game. Let's get into one here.
Yeah.
And they're like this. We have mini Coronas.
Sad.
Before we wrap up, this will have happened while you guys are listening to this. But tonight, the women's semis, we got U.S. Sweden, Canada Switzerland. Is this just going to be U.S. Canada again?
Yeah. But as it should be, it's going to be so fun. That's an all-time rivalry.
U.S. is
U.S. is whack.
They are so good. It's
Yep.
insane. Don't even need to gas up our girls again because they are unbelievable. I am, no offense, Canada, I am a little bummed that it's U.S. Sweden in the semis because the Sweden women have been so good,
Yep.
and I wanted a Sweden U.S. final.
Great tournament for them.
Yeah. Yeah.
Are you calling the women's gold? Or I know you're calling.
Potentially.
That'd be sick. I really want to go to that game if we can get there. That'd be so awesome. U.S.
Are you trying to get me tickets from me?
Yeah, give me. I'm buying you lunch.
On air.
We're getting you
Guys.
lunch, dude. We're not getting you gold tickets, too. Jesus
No,
Christ.
Lunch?
I'm trying to get tickets from him.
No, I don't get tickets. I have to sit in the media
Yeah.
area.
You see
That'll
your
be
table.
cool. That'll be really
Yeah.
cool.
We got some games to go watch, so we're
Yep.
going to wrap things up. Huge shout out to the YouTube studio.
Oh my
This
goodness.
has changed our
This
whole
place
lives.
has been incredible.
We're
Yeah.
we're going
We're
to
moving to Milan.
we're
Yeah,
moving
yeah.
to Milan.
This podcast
We're
comes to you
going
from
to
right here
eat
from
lunch
now
at this
on.
place every day for the next 365
This would
days.
actually be an incredible life if we just get to pod here and then go to lunch forever.
Yeah, it'd be great.
Well, guys,
We
I'm
could.
available.
I'm available. We're here for a while.
My
We're here for
contract's
many
up
more
here.
days.
dude.
Come
I'm
on.
available.
Here we go. We've been talking about this.
Yeah.
All right, we're going to go eat some lunch. We're going to go watch some hockey. Hopefully you all do the same in your own version. And until we see you in the elimination rounds,
Skate hard.